Howdy gang, this is the outside. Welcome back to another video. Today we're trail running, doing a nice little easy training run on a portion of the Surf Coast Century course. Nice little climb to start with, so pretty heavy breathing. So today we're on a section between Currawong Falls and the Moggs Creek picnic area. Now if you're running the 100k, that's pretty much 3/4 of the way through the track, about between the 70 and 80 kilometre mark. If you're running the 50, you're pretty much approaching your halfway point. So this is a nice little section. I've never run it before, this particular bit, so we'll see how it is. Some nice little climbs by the look of it, nice little downhills, and just a beautiful day. So stay with us. So for those not familiar, the Surf Coast Century is a 100-kilometre race in the middle of September down around Anglesea in Victoria. Now there's 4 legs on the course, and if you're running the 50k version, you only do legs 3 and 4. And this right here is the very start, oh no, it's sort of the end, sorry, of the 3rd leg. So once you get to Moggs Creek, that's it, leg 3 done. That's where the relay finish, because you can do it with a 4-person relay. And once you get there for the other 2 groups, you know, you'll only have 1 leg to go. So the first leg, if you're doing the 100, pretty much snakes out of Anglesea, heads all the way down to Torquay, various bush bashing, bit of coastal stuff, bit of beach stuff, bit of water, which is pretty gnarly right at the start. And then from there, leg 2 kind of snakes its way back through to Anglesea. Following that, leg 3 commences out of Anglesea, up through the back blocks, down to Aries Inlet, around Currawong Falls loop, which is about a 10 or 11k loop. That's the steadiest climb of the entire run, I think. It's about 6 or 7k sort of slow grind. Once you finish that loop, you're into this. A couple of ups and downs to the reservoir here at Pancalac, and I'm guessing there's going to be a climb out soon. First 2.5k's already up about 80 metres. A couple little fire trail climbs straight out, which get the heart going a bit, and now it's just undulating. Come up to the reservoir and you're probably about 3k's in. But it's a good race. A lot of the ultra runners love it because they can do it quite quick. It's generally pretty flat compared to some other races around the place in New South Wales and also overseas, obviously, because you're really only talking maybe guessing a little bit here, but maybe about 1,000 metres total gain, which is kind of nothing when you look at some of the big races around. So the front runners do it really fast, so it's pretty cool to see some of those crew go at it. But today we're just enjoying it. An easy training run, following on from a trail run yesterday, which I pushed a little bit, and hopefully our training over the next 6 or 7 weeks will get us in good nick to actually do this 50k and no more injury issues pop up. About 5k's in from Distillery Creek picnic area. That's where we started pretty much. We parked in the Currawong Falls car park, but pretty much started running from Distillery. That's about 180 metres of gain, so lots of undulations, ups, downs, None of the climbs are particularly long, although I seem to be on one now that maybe is particularly long. See how we go with that. But yeah, it must be 2 k's, I guess, to the Moggs Creek picnic area. So this length is only about 7 or a bit over 7 kilometres. So our round trip today will be somewhere under 15. But yeah, just good to get a look at it before we have to do it, because we'll be travelling once we've done this, when I get back down here. So my first and last look at this small section of the race before we actually do it. But anyway, press on. And it's flattening out, you beauty. One of the things about trail running, particularly if you're new to it, is that there is absolutely no shame in walking the hills. In fact, with the longer races, you kind of have to, or you're going to cook yourself. Obviously, top end athletes can do it, and they're the crew who actually win. But if you're new to it and you just want to get down the trails and enjoy yourself, why not take the extra time? Have a walk up a hill, your legs are still getting a workout, and you don't have to cook yourself. Bit of a tip for young players. Okay, so just past the 6k, and that's about 220 metres to climb. Looks like we're on a pretty solid down now. I can see the sea. So unless we've got another little sneaky one there, that might be it. Probably about 1.5 k's or less to the turnaround point here, which would be the aid station at the end of leg 3 in the Surf Coast Century. So from there, probably didn't mention it earlier, but from leg 3, leg 4 pretty much goes over to the coast, tanks around a little bit through the bush before hitting the beach, I think around Urquhart's Bluff. And then pretty much along a few beach sections, a few coastal track sections, back in Anglesey, and you're done. So you want to hope you get to the beach on a good tide, otherwise it could be wet feet again. So this is Moggs Creek Campground. When the Surf Coast Century is happening, this is kind of pumping. It's a big aid station. There's kind of people everywhere, and it's a relay crossover point. So there's, I guess, runners of all different categories that are coming through here, which is really, really cool. Today it's pretty quiet, but we're going to turn around now and start back. We've done about 7.5 or 8 kilometres. So I think of maybe 250 metres climb. So I guess we've got that kind of climb to look forward to going back. Anyway, weather's still good. We're having fun. We'll get it done. Well, that was a really good run and a really good workout for the legs. We took that trail at an easy pace because that was what was on the program for the week, I guess. Again, that's a reminder to all of us that we don't have to push hard all of the time. That's a really important point, is that most of my running that I do, and like I said, I'm no absolute expert in this field, but I run about that 80-20, so I'm doing about 80% of my runs at an easy pace. Sometimes that's really, really hard to do because you have to kind of pull back. In the long run, it's in your interest to do it that way, in my view, I guess I'll call myself a middle-aged runner. I hope you're enjoying your running, walking or hiking and getting out there enjoying the outdoors. Hopefully today's run will inspire you to get out and have a crack at it if it's not something you ordinarily do, or if you are a runner, get out there and get today's run done. Thanks in advance for the support, subscribing to the channel and liking the videos that you see. It certainly helps encourage me to make more and more content as we go. Through this next month, there'll be some bigger climbs and some longer workouts. So hopefully I can capture some of those and share them with you as we go. Some of that footage will be from the European Alps, which we're really looking forward to, which I might have mentioned previously. Always remember the most important thing is to enjoy what you're doing out there. So keep running, stay happy, and I'll see you on the outside.